So it'll be May 31st in 2 hours.
So it's May 30th at
Mm-hmm.
10 p.m., but that's hardly worth counting. It's, we just might as well go with May 31st. We'll just say that. Um, I was talking with a guy today, and he offered to help fix the tire on the truck because I had to use the spare, which is bald completely with big splits in the tread and scalloped on one outside edge, so that when we're making a curve, it goes woo 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 woo. Because we got a screw in there last week. That's right after we had a rod blow. Still driving it though, but this guy offered to help me, and I had to explain to him, hey, I appreciate the help. I do want some help, but to throw money on this thing is worthless. We're going to have to just get rid of it and just try to find some cheap wheels because we can't be on the street walking. No way.
We're too old, sick.
Yeah. So, but as we were talking, this is a nice dude. He had been on the street before, and I could tell that it was real because he knew specific little things that other people wouldn't know unless you had been through it. So,
Okay, take a shower.
And we were talking about people's fear and the fear of homeless people. So, the ones that cite the cause, they're afraid of homeless people because they might get robbed or mugged or raped or whatever. I mean, I guess everybody has the capacity to be dangerous. But the one thing I think society has misinterpreted is if homeless people were given to such heinous levels of crime, why would they be on the street? Nobody, I guarantee that nobody wants to be. The only people that, now there's also differences in homeless people. There's the criminal element, and there is I'm sorry, this fucking idiots outside are Thousand Oaks wannabes. But the very thing that people are afraid of from homeless is the very thing that most homeless, real homeless people, have done on purpose. The reason that they're homeless is because they drew that line in the sand, that boundary of behavior. And no matter what the cost, they can't cross it. Because a person that's given to robbing and stealing would not stay disadvantaged.
True.
So the only people that are staying disadvantaged are people that refuse to rob and steal. It's not that nobody has the capacity, but they want to stay, and so they're willing to sacrifice the comforts of life in order to abide by their own conscience. Nobody gives anybody credit for any of that shit. Not only to disavow the comforts, but to stand in hostile judgment of all society and still not perpetrate against that hostile society for their own gain. That, to me, is spiritual. If you're willing to sacrifice or go through discomfort for your convictions or beliefs, then you are a spiritual person. But if you just take advantage of the first opportunity that comes along because you can't stand, most people would not be able to hang out here. I guarantee they would either cash it in or crime it in or something, but they would not. Most people can't. So bottom line is, when you see a homeless person, except for the paid crisis actors, give them the credit that they're willing to subjugate themselves to this societal abuse in order to stay true to their law-abiding convictions. You know what I mean? And then break a buck. What's it gonna do? Break you? Really? If you see a homeless person, give them a buck. And unless you're besieged with fucking homeless people, just crowds of them, which I don't think that's the case, so what if you give them all a buck? Guarantee it all comes back to you better.
Yeah, it does.
When you spread some good karma around, you get some back. And that's just the bottom line. It's mathematical. Anyway, I gotta go beat up some 23-year-old Thousand Oaks cool guys because I'm an asshole.